It was a quiet afternoon when my phone buzzed, and an email shattered the fragile balance of my life. The message came from my ex, someone I hadn't spoken to in nearly a year. Our breakup had been chaotic, leaving me certain that chapter was closed forever. Yet here it was, a beautifully designed invitation to his upcoming wedding. I stared at the screen, frozen, disbelief rushing through me. Why would he invite me to something so significant? Was it a sign of reconciliation, or just a polite gesture? At first, I thought about ignoring it. Maybe it was a mistake, meant for someone else. Or perhaps it was his way of showing we were still on civil terms, even from a distance. But the unease lingered. Deep down, it felt like a challenge, a chance to prove I had truly moved on. For 4 days, I wrestled with the decision. Should I go? Was it even appropriate? Could I handle seeing him again after everything? And then there was Mark, my current partner. I could already predict his reaction. When I finally told him, it was even harsher than I imagined. He wasn't just against the idea. He was hurt and furious. "It's selfish," he said sharply. "Going will only cause trouble. Why would you even consider attending your ex's wedding? That's not moving forward. That's tearing open wounds that should have healed." His words cut deeply. I tried to explain to make him understand. My decision had nothing to do with lingering feelings. It was about me, about finding closure by witnessing that part of my past and affirming my own growth. I thought it might give me peace. But no matter how carefully I explained, he couldn't see it that way. To him, choosing to attend meant betraying him. Over the next few days, tension grew between us. Our conversations shifted from uneasy silences to heated arguments. The closeness we'd built began to fray, replaced by mistrust and resentment. I started questioning myself. Was I wrong? Was attending really crossing a line? Then came the night everything shifted. Mark came home from work, sat me down, and delivered words I never thought I'd hear. "If you go to your ex's wedding, maybe we're not meant to be." His voice was calm, but the ultimatum crushed me. I begged him to understand, swore my love for him was unshakable, tried to make him see this wasn't about reigniting the past. It was about facing it, so it would stop haunting me. But he shook his head. His stance was firm. That night, Mark walked out. I sat alone in the dim glow of my apartment, the invitation still lit up on my phone, mocking me with its presence. When the wedding day arrived, I went anyway. I dressed simply, hoping to blend into the crowd, though my heart raced with grief, anxiety, and an odd spark of anticipation. Stepping into the elegant venue, surrounded by familiar faces, felt like walking through a dream. And then I saw him, my ex, standing at the altar, glowing with a joy I had never seen in him before. Our eyes met briefly, awkward but genuine. In that fleeting moment, I realized the truth. This wedding wasn't just a celebration. It was a farewell, not only to him but to the version of myself I once was. As the ceremony unfolded, I felt a storm of closure and regret. Watching him vow his life to someone else forced me to confront both what I had lost and what I was still clinging to. Thoughts of Mark flooded my mind. I wondered if everything might have been different if I had chosen not to come. After the event, I reached out to Mark, desperate to mend what had broken. I explained my reasons again, hoping he'd finally understand. But he was distant, guarded. He told me he needed space, that my decision had shaken his faith in us. His words stung, but I couldn't blame him. Sometimes love isn't enough to bridge the gap mistrust creates. In the weeks that followed, I reflected endlessly. Accepting that invitation wasn't just a simple choice. It was a symbol of the fragile line between past and present, trust and doubt. I never meant to hurt Mark, yet my choice had crossed a boundary I hadn't seen until it was too late. It became a painful but necessary lesson. Now, I'm slowly rebuilding, learning to honor not just my own needs, but also the feelings of those I care about. I've come to understand that closure doesn't always come from revisiting old wounds. Sometimes it's found in protecting what's right in front of us. If you ever stand at a similar crossroads, torn between memories of the past and the love you hold now, tread carefully. Trust and respect are the foundation of every relationship. Sometimes the greatest act of love is declining an invitation, no matter how tempting. Because this wasn't just about a wedding invite. It was about choices, and the consequences they leave behind. For me, it was the moment I finally learned what truly matters.